is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make a no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices. It's an exciting afternoon on Gossip Gala, and yes, we are about to gossip. My name is God's Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Flancy, aka Gossip Buddy. You know how we do it here. It's time to gossip. What I want to start with what's really going on in this country. So one person slapped somebody, and at the end of the day, the person is coming out to say that, "Oh, sorry, I was just being human." Well, I didn't know it's not a human thing to be slapping people around. I didn't know that. So probably you guys should give me updates on when that particular law was passed that any human being can just slap anybody and just wake up and say that, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm just being human." See, sometimes as a law student, right? When we keep talking about the law, in class, if you see how we talk about this law thing, you would think it's actually very, very impactful. You'd be thinking that these things are things that if you just do anyhow, you see anyhow. But somehow you get to understand the only exclusion they didn't put there is the fact that these laws are just meant for probably people that are poor. Because once you have the money, you're not above the law. We'll be all right in Nigeria. I have one exciting person on my table. When I say exciting, I'm not even going to lie. This person is a corporate compare, a stand-up comedian. You don't tell. I can't wait to hear some girls. Oh my God. I know you're super excited, Abby. And this person is also an academic researcher. There's just a whole lot to this. I would like to, I want this person to break it down on how he's able to carry these three things. I feel like this is a lot. When we say multi-talented, probably this is an example. I have nobody else on my table. Yes. Dan Damola. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? First off, it's a voice for me though. I love it.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
Yeah. How are you? How's it like getting here today?
Well,
was it difficult? What was the
difficult.
trip? Oh, it wasn't difficult.
Good enough. I think traffic somehow, I don't know.
It's
quite bearable around this particular time of the day.
Mm.
If you understand Lagos
I
well.
feel you.
The best time to move between the mainland and the island is between 11 and
because by then all the workers are ready.
And 2. Is there anything after that? I wish you well.
I wish you well. I love that. I'd like to hear your how you started. The fact that you're a stand-up comedian. That's a whole lot. Most of the people that I hear, everybody is funny. Let's start with that. Everybody starts with, "Oh, I am very funny," but then I get to understand that I'm not very funny like that. So, and then I stick to being an MC and all of that. So I'd like to know how you started, how you know that you were funny, and you know that okay, I have the part to make. No matter where I go to, they are definitely going to laugh. Who born them? Tell me that. Give me that gist.
All right. So funniness has been a natural thing. Right from primary school, secondary school. You hear a lot of feedback. You're funny. Oh yeah, I like listening to you. Oh, people like hanging around funny guys.
Yeah.
So I used to get that feedback while I was much younger.
Okay.
Then when I got into the university, it became a bit structured. People started saying, "Sorry, this guy that talks a lot. Blah blah blah. Can you come and anchor our departmental dinner?
Oh,
Can you come
wow.
and do this?" And so I got busy with that. And there I was also developing myself, even though I did not know I was developing myself. I was just enjoying. I was just having fun. They would pay me a lot, 1,500, 1,200, 1,000 naira. That time.
Yeah.
500 naira sometimes. But then I was 1,000 basically.
Oh, wow.
But then I was just having fun.
I feel you.
And as we continued, it got better.
At what point did you take it professionally?
2012.
2012.
I took it. I became a professional in 2012. Although I was under the mentorship of somebody called Sako. I'm still under his mentorship. He put me through the monetary and non-monetary aspect of this job.
Put me on that.
That's how I put it all the time.
Okay.
So he taught me that funniness is just one aspect. Structuring your funniness is very important.
I love it.
He also made me know that there is not every joke that you can do everywhere. There are certain jokes that fit into certain environments.
Give me an example.
For example, he took me to a corporate event one day,
Okay.
and then I talked about I did one of my very old jokes on public etiquette, how somebody was easing himself beside on the tire of a plane and all those type of things. It was funny. But after the event, he called me and said, Damola, it was funny. But you see, these people here may not be able to relate to what you're saying. So this is not the environment for this
For
joke.
those kind of jokes.
When you find yourself among students and young people, you can
give them that.
But other types of jokes can fit into this. And so those were the things he taught me. You know, public comportment, how to carry yourself, and then how to charge, the monetary aspects of it, how to save, you know. Basically, those were the things that I learned from him, and that is how it became a profession.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's talk a bit about you being an academic researcher.
Okay, so
how did that one start?
Okay, so I lectured in a university for 6 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
lecturer.
Yes, I lectured
Ekasosa.
at. How old was I at that time? Maybe 25 or so.
That's beautiful.
20, so 25 thereabout, not 26. I lectured in a university, and I resigned after 6 years. Yes, I did.
Why?
So, well,
Is it the old strike thing or what?
No strike. Proximity was too far for me.
Oh.
And so I had to resign. But then, aside that, while I was even lecturing, I was still, anchoring events, cracking jokes, and having fun. Basically,
I love it.
So that is who I have been, and that's who I am.
I love it. Now let's talk a bit. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of young people out there. I mean, they just start with "I am funny." Right? So I want you now to put them through. Okay. How do you know your strength? How do you know your weakness? Because the truth is, it is one thing to anchor an event. It's another thing to entice the whole, make everybody laugh and all of that, right? And most times when people do that, you still see them say that, okay, I think I just want to stick to being an MC. Probably because of the fear of, I don't even know how to write jokes and all of that. So I also want you to speak on how are you able to write your jokes? How often do you write? What influences it?
Okay. So let me start with your first question.
Okay.
For those that feel they are funny, you have to first test the waters.
How? So how did you do that?
There are some people that are domestically funny. If they sit in the midst of their family members or their friends, everybody will start laughing. If they are inside the bus, everybody will start laughing. Give them a microphone, they mess up.
Why is that?
And there are some people, because they don't understand or they don't have what it takes to be a stand-up comedian. Now, if you are able to convert that domestic funniness to a structured one where you can stand on a stage and express yourself in a funny way, that makes you a stand-up comedian. However, there are different expressions to humor. There are some actors that are very funny, but are not good stand-up comedians.
I mean, some skit makers.
There are some skit makers that are very funny. They are not good stand-up comedians. So over time, as you grow, you discover your niche, you discover your strength, and you just build on it. You understand? For me, I discovered I could do stand-up comedy beyond just being domestically funny. Aside that, I also discovered that I can anchor events. So that means that I can synchronize funniness and being a good MC.
Master Sherman,
so there are days that I'm a corporate compare, very corporate all the way, no jokes. There are some days that I synchronize both. And there are some days that I'm just a stand-up comedian. Over the years, I've been able to understand where my strengths lie, and I've been able to develop myself in these lines. And, basically, but it's not everybody that is a stand-up comedian, and it's not a crime. There are some people that have a very strong sense of humor, even though they are not stand-up. They will never brand themselves as stand-up comedians, but they are very funny. And when they are on stage, they explore that. And there are some that are good stand-up comedians, very terrible MCs. It's not a crime.
I feel.
It's just for you to discover and identify what works for you and, fit into it effectively.
That's beautiful. Well done.
Thank you.
I mean, there's just a whole lot. And I think now I see where the lecture or whatever came in, because, I mean, as you're just putting me on that, it was more like I was learning from you. I don't torment you. All right, can we just get the hilarious tweet on, please? Probably just one or two. All right. The first one says, how can you be a relationship expert but you are single? Then this person replies, most mechanics don't own cars.
Apart from that, some mechanics don't drive.
True.
Yeah.
So are you saying now that it's possible for someone to be a relationship expert and still be single?
Yes.
How possible is that?
It's just like a gynecologist that has never been pregnant. You know.
That one did.
So somehow, directly or indirectly, these people might have gained experience.
That's the thing.
You know, might have gained experience from reading books.
Yeah.
From physically experiencing certain things.
Sure.
They might have possibly been in relationships in the past.
Definitely.
You know, and somehow they have tried to understand how it works, and they've been able to apply their lives to some actually went to school to learn about relationship mentorship.
Yeah.
And so it's not out of place. I mean, I met a mechanic that I told him, just drive this car forward and backward, and he said, I don't know how to drive.
What?
But when I hear the sound, I know where the problem is coming from. And the guy is good, actually.
Oh, wow.
And so it's not I don't think it's out of place. I don't think so.
All right, with that, let's quickly go on the short break to come back with On the Street of Social Media. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's On the Street of Social Media. The first one on the street says, don't envy anyone. A lot of things are going on. To be honest, I didn't know that there are still people that are into this whole ritual, whatever. But let's watch this video together.
Money.
What's the plan exactly? Is it the shouting of money? Is it supposed to be like a manifestation thing or a ritual? Don't mind me, I'm just joking. What do you think about this video?
Well, it just shows that there's pressure.
There's pressure.
Yeah.
Wahala.
And then aside pressure, you know, these guys are obviously trying to perform a ritual. And good enough, at least the deity that they worship is understanding. They are bringing bread and drink. And it is even goat that they are using. Thank God it's goat.
I mean,
you know. But basically, that's their belief. And the good thing is that at least they are using animals.
But don't it get worse than, from here? Today,
I hope it doesn't.
Tomorrow,
I hope it doesn't.
What do you think of those people that use themselves for the ritual?
It's their choice. It's their choice, because for you to surrender yourself for just a few moments of, or just a little moment of financial gratification, well, it's your choice. That person chose to, you know. But basically, for those that we saw in that video, if goat does not work, then there's a problem. You know, for them to bring drink, bread, it means the deity that they are worshiping is understanding. But if it doesn't now work, they will go and look for a higher problem, and that can lead to a bigger challenge. I hope they don't start using, you know, what I am thinking. You know, so it's because
this is what you're thinking.
No, sincerely, because it's disturbing.
Yes, it is.
I mean, they're all young. They're all men.
That's the.
They are all not just. I'm not even going gender now. They are human beings, able-bodied human beings that can actually do productive things. You know, there's dignity in labor, no matter what it is. So far, you can feed. You are not stealing. You are not putting yourself in an irresponsible light. You are not doing something that will potentially lead you behind bars. You know, I think there's dignity in it.
I remember having a conversation with someone, right? And this person said prostitution is way better than having to do rituals. So what do you think about prostitution?
Okay, so I've been to the Netherlands before.
Okay.
And there it is legal. It's a legal profession. Like, people
full-blown.
Full-blown. Like, they pay taxes. They have police protection.
Beautiful.
You know. And it's amazing.
Prostitution?
No. See,
prostitution is amazing.
No, as in, I saw the structure. I saw the structure that they put into this business. The government in that country saw it as a business, and they are leveraging on it effectively. I'm not saying it is right.
No, I feel you.
You understand?
I feel you.
But so far the government of that country feel it is a legitimate business that people can do, and people get paid. You can't run away. If you try to run all this one that you be seeing in Nigeria, that somebody will hold one person's trouser. Oh, God, where my money? It cannot happen.
It cannot happen.
Police is waiting for you outside to
That's
catch you.
beautiful.
You understand? So, I
Do
mean,
you think, I mean, the fact that they already started doing something like that here in Nigeria, I mean, prostitution is everywhere. Yeah?
Yes.
So do you think those laws and those rules should be implemented here in Nigeria?
I don't think it can work here.
Why?
Because I don't think we have grown into that level of maturity in this part of the world.
Okay, so
you understand? Here now,
yes,
prostitution exists. I know that people put in a lot of effort. They use certain things to enhance the customer base, the sustainability of the customer if it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, in those countries, I don't think they go that far because it is legitimate.
I feel you.
But here, we have not gotten to that point. So if government now legitimizes it, number one, a lot of people will not go back to their houses. Right? Some people, all their life earnings, legitimately, the woman will tell you, I am backed by the law. You understand? So we have not yet grown to that maturity here. And there, it is a tourist attraction. You needed to have seen the volume of people.
Oh, wow.
You understand? So I don't think we are there yet in this part of the world. And I don't think, when you start something small like that, then other social vices will start looking normal here.
True.
And if you look at our culture, you can't dissociate culture from a group of people. Our culture frowns at it. So anything that contradicts culture and law, especially in this part of the world, it's better we don't even start it. Because the day you start legalizing prostitution here, some other vices will feel they are normal, and they will form an association to meet government that we have come of age, we need to be legitimized. Then another group, the armed robber too can come out one day and say, we have an association, we are not going to be robbing with gun, it's just stick. You understand? So it's better you don't start what you cannot sustain.
I agree with you. All right, moving on to the next story. This one says, woman dating German based Yoruba man reviews relationship rules he gave her. So this woman, although I say this lady rather, she actually met this guy online. I think let's just say Instagram.
They met online.
And this guy is based in Germany, right? Okay. So this guy is based in Germany and she's here in Nigeria. Okay. They start having normal conversations. Okay. But with time, there's just some rules, interesting rules, I must say. I like your facial expression.
Hear some of the rules?
Yeah, we'll do that together. But I just wanted to, put that out so that the footprints, everybody gets to understand what the gist is about. Okay. So let's see some of the rules that, he gives this beautiful lady. Okay. So this first one says, one thing you need to know about me is that I am very controlling. So I like the fact that I would say he's transparent and not being honest on this one, because he's telling you how it is. Being honest is just showing all those attitude and all. But this one, he has come out to tell you who he is exactly. So I actually think he's being transparent here, but let's continue. And it says, all these things let's start again. All these things I am going to regularly check and ask for screenshots, especially in the beginning. I prefer to always say immediately if I see something I don't like. I cannot keep it inside. Do you understand? Now the next one is, I check your Instagram. I want you to remove every male follower that isn't related to you by blood. That's number 2.
Now we have started to see. Now we are moving from flag
to
what? Billboard.
To canopy. Let's go there now. Okay. And it says, I know most guys will chat up pretty girls like you on social media. I don't want shit like that to happen to a woman of my own. That's the third one, right? Fourth one say, one thing you need to know about me is that I am very old fashioned. I believe in the Yoruba culture our ancestors used to believe in. Are you Yoruba?
I am.
I like this, so it's going to be very balanced today. I know nowadays it's normal for Gen Z women to keep male friends and to hang around the guys. I want to let you know that for you and me to have a chance, there can be no male present. There can be no male present in your life apart from your father, brother, and me. Since we would have a long distance relationship. The same would count for your phone. I would not even want any mail on your phone, and yes, I would check. The same thing, someone that is distant would check. The same thing would go for all your social media channels. Let me know if this is too much for you already. I can stop here.
Has it stopped?
It has stopped. It has
Now.
stopped.
Now,
Tell me.
there are some women, I don't want to speak for everybody,
Okay.
because there are some women that may find this very attractive.
Actually, yes.
Some women may find this attractive.
Mm-hmm.
But for the ones that don't find this attractive, let's assume I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I will not find this attractive.
I won't actually.
For certain reasons.
Tell
Number
me.
one, this guy is insecure.
Insecure.
Yes. He has serious insecurity issues.
Okay.
Number one, cutting out every male in your life, no matter who they are, apart from your family members,
Brother,
is a
father,
problem.
and me.
That means that our level of progress is going to be very limited.
I agree.
It will never allow her to
no
live her
connection.
life to the fullest of expressions when it comes to her potentials. She'll be very limited. For him to have said, I'm very controlling, that means that everything that she does has to be totally vetted and controlled. You cannot give her
By
an
him.
independent mind. That's a problem. Aside that, he also mentioned that he would always check to be sure that there is no male in her life. What if she works? What if she has old friends? What if their children start school and the head of the school is a principal, and the head of the school is a male, and they need to speak with the parents? What if she needs a gynecologist that is a male? What if there are so many what ifs? So for you to have this kind of mindset, one, you have insecurity issues from home. There is a dysfunctionality somewhere.
I agree.
That needs to be fixed first before he brings in a woman into his life. Because he's just going to frustrate that woman. Number one, he will tell her to resign at some point. Number two, he will tell her that she must not go out. Number three, he will tell her that you must not this, you must not that. And then it's going to create a generational problem, because it's going to pass those values to his male children and female children.
And when he said he's Yoruba culture, whatever.
No, that Yoruba
I got confused
culture is wrong. It's totally wrong. Because to the best of my knowledge, the Yoruba culture gives women a very large space for expression.
I mean,
if you are 2 hours older than your elder sister, in Yoruba culture that I know, you call her auntie.
I mean.
Right? If the oldest person in a family is a woman, that woman is the Olori Ebi, and there's nothing you can do about it. And everybody has to give her that respect. For that office.
Yes. I agree.
So I don't know the part of Yoruba culture he's talking about, but most Yoruba men that I know allow their wives to express themselves.
What I think, when I read this whole thing that we just read out now, right, the first thing that came to my head is he probably just know what he's doing, and I think he's just a manipulative person.
I think so.
Yeah, so I think it's just him knowing what he's doing and just trying to look for somebody that he can play with and all of that. What do you even call those? You use it?
Narcissist.
Exactly.
He's a narcissist.
So, exactly. So I think that's what it is.
Aside that, he has some very strong dysfunctionalities. Let's check how his father
treated his mom.
Treated or treats his mom.
Yeah.
Let's check where he grew up. Let's check his areas of exposure.
Yeah.
Any woman that falls into his hands, I wish her success. And for him to be saying for him to be saying I will check, and it's a long distance relationship, that means that he's going to synchronize our WhatsApp, our mails, and he's going to clone everything.
Yes,
that's kind of person is less busy. Okay,
he's less busy. All right, let's check the comment section to see people's reaction on this story. Okay, culture. Okay, this person says, Culture Man Africa says, well, he has told you exactly the kind of person he is. Exactly.
True.
If you end up marrying him because of money, don't regret it later or complain that he's controlling. Exactly what I said earlier. So the guy already told you.
He's honest, and I like that.
I love it. I love it.
I actually
so much.
like that side of him, but those are serious red flags.
Serious red canopies now. That's past red flags.
No, sorry. Did you just say canopy? Red
Canopies.
marquee. You know marquee.
Yeah.
5,000 capacity
Do you
marquee.
get?
Yes.
Oh my god, this was the this actually scared me to read. This is the type of person who could kill out of jealousy or anger.
Exactly.
I appreciate the transparency because this is the type you take off your shoes and run.
Yes, 100 meters senior boys.
Let's go on this short break, guys, to come back with hot gossip. Stay with us.
Hey, 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 people. My name is Anaja Music. And I'm live on Gossip Gala. On official upgrade TV with my homegirls, beautiful, finest, pretty, the best girl on your TV screen. So keep your dial right here, 'cause I'm out, yeah.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's the Hot Gossip segment. The first one on Hot Gossip says, don't ever leave your marriage because your husband married second wife. So this is quite long, but we'll just read a few things that she said. I mean, the main part is the fact that if your husband get married to another wife, don't leave the marriage. Let's read this together. And it says, 6 women will hold on to one man. Now, so Bible talk. I don't know what version she actually read that, but continuation.
It's there.
It's there. But I'm very sure it should be for a different context, not for this context that she's bringing it in. That's the problem I have with this. Exactly. That's the problem I have with these people that read the Bible. They'll read one part, the one that they and look for how they would. I beg. Okay, so further she says, if you like, leave your husband because he marry another wife. Now let's go down, and it says, marrying second wife to join you shouldn't be the reason you will leave your marriage. Don't leave your marriage because you feel you can't take shit. In marriage, you will take a lot of. The only I wouldn't advise anyone to take in marriage is domestic violence. Meanwhile, there is also a way to handle a violent partner, and it won't lead to a divorce.
How do you handle a violent partner?
Can we get a second? I probably should explain to what's in that one. Okay, what most women fail to understand is that it's very easy to leave your marriage. It's very easy to divorce. It's so easy to say you are no more interested. But believe me sincerely, it will take the grace of God to see the one that would be better than the one you left. This is actually an issue that this. I feel like these are the things that people say as excuse and all to not leave a marriage that if you don't find it fulfilling, if you don't find it okay, I don't know why you should be there. But continuation, there is little or no difference between all these men. Really, I'd like you to explain that. Thank God you said the right story for the right person on my table. Okay, there are 2 categories of men. The one that beats and the one that would never raise their hands on women. And this depends on how they were raised. You can't compare a man raised where there is love and peace with a man that is raised where there is troubles, fight, polygamy, wahala. A boy watching his father beat his mother would do same to his wife when he grew up. What do you think about the story?
I disagree with that last statement. I've seen people that grew up in very problematic homes and they're amazing husbands today. It's a matter of choice, right? It's a matter, and I've seen people that grew up in peaceful homes and they are terrible people. I think it's a personal thing. You grow, and as you grow, you start making personal choices.
True.
Personal decisions.
True.
I will be a responsible man. I'll be an amazing father. I'll be a wonderful husband. I will not copy my father. I have a friend that said, my father taught me how not to be a father.
What?
I mean, he did not learn anything positive from his father. He said that his father, God. He chose to see his father as a bad example that he does not want to be like.
I love it. And
he's an amazing husband and father as I speak with you.
I love it.
So, that person said all men are the same. It's wrong.
So there are 2 types of men.
And there are 2 types of men. There are 2 categories of men.
The one that beats and the one that does not beat.
What of those that are verbally violent?
I mean,
What of those that are emotionally violent? So I think the masculine aspect of marriage is a matter of choice. Do I want to be that man that is known to be a wife beater? Is your choice. Do I want to be a loving father? Is your choice. How do I want my children to see me? How do I want them to perceive me? Is your choice. What kind of family do I want to build? It's your choice.
I agree.
So that aspect of violence, I believe, is a thing of choice.
I agree.
Yes, watching your father or your mother behave in a certain way can rub off on you.
Definitely.
But it's your choice to accept it. I mean, there are some people that their fathers were chain smokers, double exhaust with the 2 nostrils. They can finish 6 packs of cigarettes, and their children have never gone near cigarette. It's a matter of choice.
I agree. Now let's come back a bit to the main issue, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about? I mean, her advice? Yeah.
Marrying a second wife,
yes,
and leaving your husband.
Exactly.
Now, it depends on the conversations you have had in the beginning of your relationship. One, if you marry somebody that is religion or traditional beliefs, accommodate that. And it's a very traditional person like that person we talked about earlier.
Yes.
You should see it coming.
I feel you.
So when it comes, it should not surprise you. Because one day, you'll be in the parlor. No, you just wake up early in the morning. You see 3 family members from your husband's side and 1 lady that you have never seen before. You come and you say, sit down. You two, you sit down. Oh yeah, auntie, come and sit down. Just know that you have a new intake.
I did tell you, don't be small intake.
You should have been preparing your mind for that. But in a situation whereby you have had conversations, you did court marriage, your religion or your culture doesn't even
accept it,
cut across all those things, or your personality or the personality of the person doesn't cut across those things, and then suddenly there is a new
this is the suddenly for me.
It's tricky because it's worth walking away for. I mean, but then you also have to pick your battles. If I walk away totally, what happens to my kids?
That's if you have.
What happens to me? Emotionally. But then you have to ask the person to why. What are you looking for? You understand? So when such a thing happens, I believe the couple should first sit down and have a full-fledged conversation. Where is this coming from? If you did court marriage, you can sue him. That's if you want to watch your husband go to prison.
Right? Watch him go to prison.
Yeah, because it's not a bailable offense, and you don't have any option.
No, it depends on what she wants to get from.
So it depends on what she wants to get from the situation. But in all honesty, walking away, you have to pick your battles. You do your analysis. If I walk away, what happens to me? What happens to my kids if we have one? If we have at all, what happens to the so-called marriage that we so-called have? What do I stand to gain? What do I stand to lose? You do your analysis and then you make your decision. You understand? There's no standard. There's no standard rule. There are some people that their husbands brought in a new wife and there's nothing they can do about it. Everybody's living in peace and harmony on their own lane. There are some people that do not even tell their wives that they have a full-fledged family somewhere. Full family. Wife, children,
God, I beg.
And cousin that is living with them. And the wife does not have an idea, and she's living. The man just I'm traveling for my business trip next week, and I'll be back in about a month.
I'm having a business,
I'm busy. I'm so busy
with the local state.
And then because of our time difference, you may not be, but I'll call you as much as I can.
Yes.
He has gone to settle with that family. then he will come back to his normal family.
Kai.
There are some people that are living
Fear
like that
Adam.
too.
Do I say that?
Full matured man. Oh. And if you find that he's an usher in his church.
Chai. Or a deacon.
Possibly. It's possible. So
before I say special aid.
So at least the wife knows. What if she doesn't know?
Kai.
So just let's pray that we have responsible families.
Amen.
Now look at the other flip side to it. Mm-hmm. Those that have been raising children that are not their own. How do we so all we just need to ask for is
no, but in that context, don't you think it's enough for the man to actually live there?
It's enough actually.
I mean,
it's enough for the man to live.
I don't think you need to check any analysis, anything. To be honest.
But then some people have chosen to live like that. See, this life.
Yeah, everybody's
it's
different.
It's a matter of
though.
choice.
Yeah.
There are some people who say, I've built a bond with this child.
I mean,
how do I tell this child that I'm not a father? Or I'm not his father?
That one day.
And then he just chooses to live and let live. But it's still a matter of choice.
Yeah. All right, let's really check the comment section to see people's reaction on the story. Okay. Auntie Falake.
I like, eh?
I bet let's pass that one. This man earned the trophy. If a man isn't treating you right, let him go. There are better men out there. Let no one deceive you. There are men that will treat you like an egg. Don't endure in that marriage. Stop accepting disrespect. All these aunties be misleading young women. We'll be all right. All right, let's quickly move on to the next story on Hot Gossip. And this one says, family in disarray as a young man sold his late father's properties worth 50 million naira to pursue his music career. Play sporty bet. Let's watch this video together.
Okay.
This boy now, Mumu. Abigail, come on. I think go send father now 20 million like this. I will tell you.
What you use the money for?
No.
Even a sporty bed.
I hear say na music team put the money.
Now you never blow. This boy use blessings. No try at all. No try. Man, they raise their mama, they do. Now this boy no try.
Now, the first question is,
I
what
like the
type
fact
of
that you
music is he singing?
Does he have to be a type for you to literally spend 50 million naira to go and play sporty bet because you think you will be able to gain more to push your music career? Is 50 million naira not enough to even start that career?
Well, it is actually. But the question is, this is just a show of irresponsibility. There's no back and forth to it. I'm sorry I'm sounding like this. Maybe because I am somebody that likes values a lot. I mean, family property. Only you decided to go and sell
it.
You now went to go and play sporty bet. He has been doing other things in the past. It did not start that day.
God, I beg.
He has been spending school fees.
That's what it is.
Find out.
That's what it is.
They will give him school fees. He will spend it. Go and find out. They will send him on. They would have started from errand.
Yeah.
Go and buy pepper. Use it to buy sweet. You say the money got lost in transit. Started. Then he enters secondary school. Pay your school fees. Spent it. They send him home. Say they are fighting in our school today. You understand? Continue to graduate like that. So he never really had values growing up. Depends on how he was brought up.
Yeah.
Now look at that
intentional parenting.
Look at that environment. Some people have grown up in such environments and have become successful.
Like I mean,
that's why I say it's a matter of choice. Most of all these things are personal choices, and there are some things that you can actually control. Do you understand? You can actually control them. See this guy now. He has put himself. Now maybe that's the property that he sold.
It's possible.
In some days now, the person that bought it will send all of them away. Then everybody will now be in a very special problem. And they have been possibly watching that boy for a long time. And possibly nobody paid attention to him.
I agree, actually.
That's why Yorubas will say, the child, how do I translate this? A child that is not properly trained will sell the house that you built or something like that. if you don't train your child properly, it has effects that will affect everybody. Now, everybody,
that's all now.
all the tenants in that house, the main owners of that, everybody will go out because of just one person.
Action.
And some people's inaction in the past.
How were they even able to keep the property documents recklessly? Don't want to.
Don't look for the trouble of this type of people. They can find anything.
Anything.
All they just need to know is that this house has documents.
I swear.
They'll find it.
True.
Hard copy, not even soft. Hard copy. And they will sell it. They will sell it. So that guy is a product of a number of things, possibly. God. And he has put everybody in problem.
50 million naira.
You see the way they beat him out, he will go outside again. Anyone he sees, you first go and drink to settle down.
Yes, calm down.
Then the next morning he sees again, you go and use it to bet. So I mean, people need to find God eventually.
So are you saying God is God that can solve this kind of problem?
Well, it's
an I will.
May God help us.
Let's share the comment section as people's reaction on this story. Okay. Betting is a dangerous lifestyle. Stay away from gamblers and humanizers. You see this type of men, their conscience is dead.
I'm telling you.
That can hurt you at will without even knowing. Destiny say, waiting the papa say they say 50 million naira land for. And una still they suffer. So people are just mad in this country. Land where you for don't sell since to chop. See. How is this? I mean,
did they say it was land or property? Well, whatever it is.
Hey, good.
You know, maybe the man was thinking that at least he was going to leave something for his family.
For them.
Or one of the family members decided to play fast one on them.
That's what it is.
You know, basically, I think
there's no mentorship because
there's no mentorship.
There's nobody even guiding him or advising him.
And if we look at this particular comment, waiting the papa, maybe the father too had his own part in depriving them of a good life. It's possible.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible.
Daddy, we want this.
I don't have it.
Come on, get it. Go and meet your mother.
Yeah. You see, it just takes us back to the fact that the parents were, I'm sorry to use this word, but a bit irresponsible.
It's possible.
Do you get?
It's very possible.
So,
it's
no
very possible.
Intentionality, nothing.
There are some children that are products of themselves, despite the fact that their parents were there.
Yeah.
You want to talk to your come on.
I agree.
The father has turned to the scarecrow in the family. The mother is the lion of the tribe of Arun.
I won't do that.
Then everybody is on their own personal lane. You know, the child, go and meet your father. No, go and meet your mother. Then the child is left to the streets. And you see those people on the street, they are not smiling people.
Kai.
So
we'll be all right.
It's a message
we'll be okay. To everybody. All right, let's quickly go on the short break to come back with the hottest gossip. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Rata Ariman, that of our hair goddess, and this is Gossip Gala.
Hello guys, my name is Larry Hector, your favorite fashion and lifestyle content creator, and you're currently watching Gossip Gala. Keep watching, guys. Do not move a muscle. Ciao.
Hi guys, you already know it's a girl B to the E to the E to the E to Y period. And shout out to Gossip Gala. Love you.
Thank you so much for sticking around. It's the hottest gossip. I mean, if you're just joining in, you've missed Joe. But I mean, you can always, just refresh. Not smarten. All right, another hottest gossip. Mr. Macaroni. What do you put do to him? Like, who did this? Let's read this together. And it says, if you do not understand that it's an honor to serve, then you shouldn't even be in office. Resign and go lord over your family members. Mr. Macaroni tells Nigerian politicians. Let's read this together. Nigerian politicians lack regard for Nigerians, and this is because they have never been accountable to the people. The other day, the FCT minister, Wiki, was addressing some Nigerians and he said, "Are you stupid?" I wish I can actually make his voice and all, but moving on. Is it because I came down to talk to you? You are a civil servant. What do you mean by, is it because I came down to talk to you? Next one, please. All right, you are a civil servant. What do you mean by, is it because I came down to talk to you? You're talking to the people that pay your salary. Whatever privileges your office allows you is as a function of your service to the people. You work for the people and not the other way around. Arrogance has no place in public office. Nigeria is not a private entity. I repeat, Nigeria is not a private entity. Your duty is to serve. You are not anybody's chairman. Kai. So next time any Nigerian politician is addressing the people, please remind them that they are speaking to the people they are serving, not their followers. I think I want to take that again. They are speaking to the people they are serving, not their followers. I feel like that's where we have issues because let's get the last one on so that, we'll just finish it once and for all. Then he went further to say the case of this dishonorable Alexandra is not the first time a Nigerian politician is assaulting a citizen. It doesn't look like it will stop anytime soon because the bar is so low. The people have allowed them get away with so much ineptitude. We have public servants moving around like gods. The FCT minister addressing citizens like he is doing Nigerians a favor. If politicians do not understand that it's an honor to serve, then they shouldn't even be in office. Resign and go lord over your family members is the exclamation mark for me because, where you are saying something, but you need to actually scream it to their ears. What do you think about the streets?
I think Macaroni is right.
100%.
Is very right. In terms of public servants seeing themselves as public servants. Leadership is not a reward. It's a responsibility.
It is a responsibility.
A responsibility to people. It's an activist. Politicians and activists will never agree.
And because of the things the politicians do not align with,
Aside for him being an activist, everything is said about leadership is very true.
I agree.
You are a servant to people. And the day leaders see themselves as servants to people, things start getting better. Check other developed countries. Immediately a leader is accused of something, he resigns immediately. Because it's a responsibility to people, not to yourself. In this part of the world, especially in so many parts of Africa, leaders survive on leadership. They make it feel like the only way they can sustain themselves is to remain in power. That is the only lifeline that they have. Remove power from them, they are non-entities.
I agree.
That is the kind of value that they've placed on themselves. And I don't think it is right. In fact, I know it is not right. Our leaders are supposed to be empathetic. They are supposed to see themselves as Nigerians first, before the office that they occupy, or before the offices that they occupy.
How do you think we can start solving this? Because, look at the example that he gave. Should I even start from Wiki? Just last week, we were talking about the fact that he was saying that there are a lot of beggars in Abuja, right? And he told, according to him, he said he gave them 5 days quick notice to leave the streets. My question is, do you think those people are happy being there?
Now, it's a two-way thing.
Tell me.
Why do we have beggars? Or that volume of beggars? It's because of the dysfunctionality of the system.
Period.
1. 2. Why are they begging? 90% of them that are begging are able-bodied people.
Able-bodied?
Oh, yes. A good number of them. A good number of them. I don't know the number. Don't let me give a percentage.
Okay.
But, let's assume a particular percentage. Okay, I've seen a number of able-bodied people begging around. Those people, rather than begging and doing something dishonorable, I know that there is a dysfunctionality in the system. But I think that there are some jobs that they can do at least to feed first.
Mm.
Then other basic things of life can be gotten eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see an able-bodied man begging, mark my word,
I feel you.
an able-bodied man begging, I feel disturbed at the fact that this guy can channel this energy
To something.
into possibly learning a trade, into possibly doing something productive for himself, into you can go and work in a car wash. You will earn something that you can use to feed per day. But I'm not blaming them for that. The system in itself has not created that opportunity for people to thrive.
I agree.
I see I drive through a part of Lagos often, and I see a lot of small boys that are beggars. After 3 years, I'm still driving on that same road. They've grown a bit older. They are still begging. The only exposure that they have, based on the realities of the system that they found themselves in, they are not going to school. They've not learned a skill. Nobody's taking care of them. Nobody's asking them of their whereabouts. Nobody's asking of how they are faring. These guys are going to grow up and believe that the only way of survival is begging.
Through begging.
They may eventually become violent later. And they are ticking time bombs that will become big problems to the society. So, my advice goes to two people.
Tell me.
Number one, the government. Rather than the government saying that it gives them a few days to relocate, they relocate to another environment to become a problem to the environment.
I mean,
we have ministries that are in charge of humanitarian care.
Humanitarian care.
They exist. Let's get these guys and try to see what we can do to make them responsible. Trust me, there are a lot of them that are incorrigible. They don't want to do anything. But it's the government's responsibility to take care of every citizen. But the government will also government will also tell you that particular part of the law is not justiciable. You cannot hold them responsible for not doing that. But then it is the responsibility of government to take care of every citizen. So rather than just bundling them and throwing them, I don't know where they want to go and put them.
To be honest.
Let's create a program for them. I believe the government can afford it.
They can afford it.
On the other hand, those that are able-bodied among them, let's be responsible. Let's try to learn something. You can learn a small skill. You can be a vulcanizer. You can work in a car wash.
Yeah.
You can sell. I don't know. I mean the able-bodied ones that don't just feel like doing anything. That is where the problem is.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is the government should create opportunities for everybody to thrive.
I agree.
Create opportunities for people to learn skills too. Create opportunities for people to see begging as something strange. There are beggars all over the world. I mean, I've traveled to at least I've had the privilege of visiting a few countries and I have seen beggars. Even in the countries that people celebrate the most, I have seen beggars there. So it's not exclusive to Nigeria, but those countries have plans for those people in one way or the other. So Nigeria too, I believe, can afford it. Don't just throw them. Don't just go and plant them in another society helplessly. Create opportunities for them to thrive, so that
you'll be all right. Thank you so much. You said the matter tire you. I beg, let's play a bit. Can we get the readers on, please? Okay. What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on?
What kind of coat? Raincoat now.
Is the way you thought about it fast. Come on.
No, it's okay.
Me, I don't hear you finish.
Okay. Let's assume it's raincoat.
Raincoat. Always wet though when you put it on.
That's why I'm thinking about it again.
Okay, so we have the option of raincoat. What other thing do you think?
Always wet when you put it on.
What kind of coat is always wet when you put it on?
I'm coming. I'm thinking critically.
Come on.
All these, these gloves that they use in the hospital.
Are
All
those ones
this,
wet? Are they always
Most
wet?
of the time, if you look at it very closely,
So look at it very.
they don't look. They
It's
don't
your
look,
choice of words for me.
They don't look. They don't look dry.
Okay. So which one are we picking out? So let's just pick one so that we can get the answers on.
Sincerely, I'm thinking critically. I'm confused.
Sorry, I think we should just stick to the raincoat.
Okay, let's stick
that
to
raincoat looked like a very good answer. So, and the way the thing came, I think it's the Holy Spirit that ministered to you.
I'm telling you.
Can we get the answers on, please? A coat of paint.
A coat of paint. Oh yeah. Now when you put it on the wall, immediately you wear it on the wall. It's still wet, so it requires time to
dry.
It requires time to dry. You are correct. God will honor you.
Oh God!
Oh, okay.
I never thought about it.
Which answer did you have in your head?
To be honest, I've always put a disclaimer. I don't know anything.
Let's assume you don't.
No now.
Yes,
let's assume. But for real, I don't know that's the answer. Me, I was even happy that he said raincoat because the way the thing came, I'm like, Holy Spirit.
Most of the time, you'd have worn it from somewhere to somewhere. You now wear it again, so it's always still. So it's fine.
Honestly, that is a lie. I think there should be an exception. That raincoat should be there. I think so too. Thank you so much, Damola. It has been an exciting one with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed every part of today.
Hallelujah, someone.
Gossiped a bit.
Let's get it. And yes, my viewers, thank you so much for doing this with me. That's been an exciting one. Even though I did not see your comments, which we'll talk about that later tomorrow. Until then, keep staying.
Hey besties, it's your girl Oni Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Oni Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.